and welcome to the MENA Golf Tour 2015 Year in Review. The seventh tournament on the calendar was the Golf Citizen Classic in Dubai. Designed by four-time major winner Ernie Els, the Els Club in Dubai Sports City is considered to be one of the best maintained courses in the region. Stretching to over 7,500 yards, the par 72 course is a popular destination for players from all around the world since it opened its doors in 2008. In the order of merit, just over halfway into the season, Paul Doherty led the way by virtue of winning the second tournament in Morocco and finishing as runner-up at the Sheikh Maktoum Dubai Open. And with 4 top 10 finishes, Gary King was in second place. In the amateur division, England's James Allen was head and shoulders above the rest. India's impressive young sensation, 15-year-old Rehan Thomas, who made it to the playoff at the Dubai Creek Open, he was in second spot. Trevor Marshall was quick to get off the blocks in the final round at the Els Club. A wonderful tee shot with a 6-iron set up a birdie for him. After a birdie on the 4th, Clark Lutton's chip on the 5th set up a second successive gained stroke for the Scot. The 7-iron approach by Marshall on the par 4 7th set up another birdie opportunity for him as he moved up the ladder. Stuart Archibald birdied 8 to stay in the hunt as he moved closer to Lutton. But Lutton's outstanding chip in for birdie extended his lead to 3 shots. On the 11th, Archibald found himself in a spot of bother, in a bunker with a bogey to follow, his second in succession and a serious blow to his chances. But Marshall kept moving in the right direction. A wedge approach led to a birdie on 13. Lutton bogeyed 17 to keep Marshall's chances alive. New Zealander Marshall needed a birdie at the last to join Lutton in the lead. He could manage only a par to finish at 12 under for the tournament. Archibald, meanwhile, finished in style with a magnificent eagle. But the happiest man at the end was Lutton as he held his nerve and secured a par on 18 to win his first professional title. Victory then for Clark Lutton. Just 4 shots separating the top 3 and a strong looking leaderboard too, with past tour winners including Zane Scotland, Gary King and Jake Shepherd in an impressive final shake-up. But it was Clark Lutton who secured the title.
In 2014, the MENA Golf Tour introduced the Sheikh Maktoum Golf Foundation Award to recognise the achievements of players from the MENA region. And in first place, receiving a cheque for $1,500 from Morocco, Mohamed Belarusia. And for the championship prizes. The leading amateur this week with scores of 70, 70, 71 for a total of 212, 4 under par, from Slovakia, Jakub Hrinda. And the 2015 Golf Citizen Classic champion with scores of 67, 66, 70 for a total score of 203, 13 under par, receiving the winner's cheque and the championship trophy from Scotland, Clark Lutton.
Next up, we move to Oman for the Muscat Hills Golf Citizen Championship. Located on the edge of the Indian Ocean, the Sultanate of Oman has a diverse landscape, and its capital, Muscat, is not only the largest city in the country, but is also home to more than 1.2 million people of many different nationalities. Just 6 years young, Muscat Hills Golf and Country Club became another new venue on the MENA Golf Tour circuit. It's the first green course in the country and is a sight to behold. The leader after 2 rounds, Christopher Blomstrand, got off to a poor start in round 3, bogeying the first. Germany's Julian Kunzenbacher had, by contrast, a great start as he birdied the second. A wonderful approach with a lob wedge set up a birdie for Ryan Smith at the 4th. Morocco's Younes El Hassani looked in great touch. This was an eagle at the 4th. Ryan Smith kept moving upwards. A birdie on the 7th after this tee shot took him to 9 under, a shot off the pace. But Blomstrand birdied the 9th to increase his advantage. And Kunzenbacher, after this approach, followed up with a birdie on 10 to stay in contention. A birdie on 16 extended Blomstrand's advantage to 3 shots. But Kunzenbacher kept him honest with another birdie on 17 after this great approach. Kunzenbacher needed this putt to potentially secure a playoff. He missed it, and that was the end of his hopes. And although Blomstrand dropped a shot on 18, he lifted the trophy, getting across the line by 1 shot. Victory for Christopher Blomstrand. So, a second Swede to win on the MENA Golf Tour after Per Bath, and the trend continuing for the season with different winners at every event. Bath and Tristan Lawrence of South Africa, their top 10 finishes kept them in the mix for the Order of Merit title.
In 2014, the MENA Golf Tour introduced the Sheikh Maktoum Golf Foundation Award to recognise the achievements of players from the MENA region. And in first place, receiving a cheque for $1,500 from Morocco, Younes El Hassani. Cheers. And now to the championship prizes. The leading amateur this week resulted in a 3-way tie with Amin El Malki, Ayub Lagrati and Rayhan Thomas. And the 2015 Muscat Hills Golf Citizen Champion with scores of 67, 68, 70 for a total of 205, 11 under par, receiving the winner's cheque and the championship trophy from Sweden, Christopher Blomstrand.
We stayed in Muscat for the second week on the trot, and the golf gala continued in the capital of Oman with the Gala Open. Located by the city's main expressway, Gala Golf Club is a spectacular sight. Built into a natural wadi, it follows its course with the stunning setting of the Hajar Mountains in the backdrop. The club aspires to keep improving and to make this one of the finest golf destinations in the entire region. Clark Lutton struggled due to the wind, which was affecting all the players, and suffered a bogey on the 7th. And after taking a drop at the 8th, this was his 4th shot en route to a double bogey for him there. Sixto Casabona Navarro played the shot of the day, resulting in a birdie for the Spaniard at the par 4 11th. Stuart Archibald missed a par putt on the 10th, and that meant he was left 2 shots behind Lee Caulfield at that stage. Caulfield then birdied 16 after this chip to have one hand on the trophy. The Englishman kept his cool, and he shot a 69 in the final round to lift the trophy in gala. Smiles for Lee Caulfield. He was the man who secured success. Lee Caulfield then securing his 4th MENA Golf Tour title. And have a look at the leaderboard. 4 Englishmen, 3 Spaniards, a Scot, a Swede and a German. That illustrates the diversity of players on the MENA Golf Tour.
In 2014, the MENA Golf Tour introduced the Sheikh Maktoum Golf Foundation Award to recognise the achievement of players from the MENA region. And in a tie for first place, each receiving a cheque for 480 Omani Riyals, from Morocco, Faisal Sajini and Mehdi Saisi. Now to the championship prizes. The leading amateur this week from India, Rehan Thomas. And the 2015 Gala Open champion with scores of 70, 69, 69 for a total of 208, 8 under par, receiving the winner's cheque and the championship trophy from England, Lee Caulfield.
For the penultimate tournament of the season, we move to the United Arab Emirates for the Ras Al Khaimah Classic. One of the oldest partners of the MENA Golf Tour, the Tower Links Golf Club is one of the most popular golfing destinations amongst the players. The tournament was significant in more ways than one. Europe's Ryder Cup captain Darren Clarke, who's the patron of the MENA Golf Tour as well, graced the tournament with his participation. With the growing popularity of the tour, Golf in Dubai decided to introduce a Q School for the 2016 season. The 2-stage event will take place in February next year. In the final round of action, a superb approach for Tristan Lawrence on the first set the ball rolling for the young South African. Craig Hinton got off to a solid start as well with a birdie on 2. Darren Clark got his first birdie of the day on 4 to be right in the thick of the action. Tyler Hogarty continued to impress with a great approach to set up birdie at 9. Meanwhile, Lawrence's lead was reduced to 1 shot as he dropped a shot at 8. And with Darren Clark producing this approach shot which led to a birdie at 14, he moved into the joint lead. Lawrence had an eagle opportunity on 13, and although he missed out, the 18-year-old was able to get a birdie. Craig Hinton missed a par on 15, and that dropped him to 7 under. Lawrence though continued the charge, a superb approach on 15 that would earn him another birdie. The young South African ran away with the show with a 4-shot win, the most comprehensive of the year. Victory for Tristan Lawrence, a great victory too for the promising teenager. There was then a 4-way tie between Gabriel Canizares, Darren Clark, Michael Downs and Tyler Hogarty at 8 under par for second spot.
In 2014, the MENA Golf Tour introduced the Sheikh Maktoum Golf Foundation Award to recognise the achievements of players from the MENA region. And in first place, receiving a cheque for 5,500 dirhams from Morocco, Faisal Sujini. Now to the championship prizes. We had a tie for the leading amateur this week. On 5 under par, from India, Rehan Thomas, and from England, James Allen. And the 2015 Ras Al Khaimah Classic champion with scores of 69, 66, 69 for a total of 204, 12 under par, receiving the winner's cheque and the championship trophy from South Africa, Tristan Lawrence.
Welcome back. For the season finale, we made a trip to Al-Ain for the MENA Golf Tour Championship. Al-Ain is the second largest city of the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, home to the country's highest number of Emirati nationals. The city's main attraction is Jebel Hafeeth, a mountain standing over 1,300 metres high. The Al-Ain Equestrian Shooting and Golf Club is a sports complex in the heart of the city. The golf course is one of the best maintained in the country. The club has hosted the season finale in every year of the MENA Golf Tour so far, and the relationship with the tour is getting stronger every year. The 18-year-old Tristan Lawrence led the way in the order of merit as he aspired to finish at the top of the heap in his debut season on the tour. Gabriel Canizares, Paul Doherty, Lee Caulfield and Pierre Bath were all in with a realistic shout to overtake the young South African. The amateur division was more of a one-horse race, England's James Allen leading by a country mile. Allen won the Amateur Order of Merit in 2014 as well, and it was going to take a turn of monumental proportions to overthrow him. Tyler Hogarty had a great start to the final round in Al-Ain, birdieing the first. Stuart Archibald missed his eagle putt on the third, but managed a birdie to move to 11 under. Amateur James Allen, meanwhile, produced a super second shot on 5, leading to a birdie for the left-hander. Hogarty kept chipping away with birdies, another super approach at the 6th, which almost went straight in, helping him get to 9 under for the tournament. Meanwhile, in strong winds, Craig Hinton birdied 5 to move into the joint lead. The Englishman had a birdie putt at 9 as well, but he missed it. Another Englishman, Scott Campbell, then raised the temperature and sought to turn the tables on Hinton with a birdie on the 10th after this approach. Hinton failed to hold par on the same hole, resulting in a 2-shot swing with Campbell suddenly leading. Archibald managed a birdie on 15, and that kept him moving in the right direction. But Campbell's wonderful tee shot on 15 provided him a birdie opportunity, which he secured. As the action intensified, Hinton then birdied 16 to keep his own hopes alive. And Hogarty finished with an impressive eagle to take the clubhouse lead. That left Hinton needing an eagle at the last to have a chance of securing a playoff, something he failed to do. Campbell needed a par to take the Tour Championship at 18. He made no mistake and he bagged the silverware in the season finale. Brilliant golf then, especially by Scott Campbell, who overcame strong winds to secure the final event of 2015. And you can see down tied for 6th Thriston Lawrence, and he was the Order of Merit winner.
And the champion this week, with scores of 65, 64, 69, receiving the winner's cheque of $13,500 from England, Scott Campbell. (2015) Sheikh Maktoum Golf Foundation Order of Merit champion, receiving a cheque for $4,500 and an invite to the 2016 Omega Dubai Desert Classic from Morocco, Faisal Sajini. Moving swiftly on, 2015 MENA Golf Tour Amateur Order of Merit champion, receiving a voucher in the Pro Shop for 1,000 dirhams and an invite to the 2016 Omega Dubai Desert Classic, James Allen. And the 2015 MENA Golf Tour Order of Merit champion, receiving an invite to the Omega Dubai Desert Classic from South Africa, Tristan Lawrence.
That's all we have on the 2015 year in review. That was the story of 11 tournaments which saw 11 different winners. Until we meet again in 2016, goodbye from us all on the MENA Golf Tour.